Hello and welcome to my review of Destiny, the first full-time professional live streamer.
Obama.
Thanks to the 10 gifted subs, Benjamin Puffer, an ADHD gamer turned medicated Wikipedia reading Israeli puppet. Defender of supposedly morally neutral incest, bestiality, and use of the N-word.
Okay? Just own it. Don't run from it. Just own it. Yep, that's right. The Bernie Sanders of saying the N-word. Amen, brother.
Self-described establishment shill and misogynist.
She's just accused you of being misogynistic. I mean, do you have a response to that?
I am.
I don't think he has one.
Well, no,
Yes.
come on, be.
Being honest.
Allegedly racist and transphobic, capitalist, liberal, soylent cuckold, twice divorced father who is, quote,
Not intrinsically
against slavery. And my favorite streamer. Before streaming became a respected medium for people to broadcast sexual content from their bedrooms to tens of thousands of children,
There's like 5 black streamer guys that just like scream a ton. Kai Sinat.
I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees.
everyone had sad, real jobs. And among these nameless, faceless schmucks was Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II. A 5'8" music school dropout who modeled his personality after Cloud from Final Fantasy VII in response to his emotionally distant parents and his demented grandmother killing dogs he was attached to. In 2011, after he was fired from his high-paying casino job, Stephen was a carpet cleaner who live-streamed video games in his free time on various sites, but most importantly, Justin.tv, the precursor to Twitch, until the live streaming paid better than the carpet cleaning. Destiny started down the pro gaming route until League of Legends came out, Koreans proved that Americans can't compete in RTS games, and StarCraft 2 died. Ever since he realized that he's mid at League of Legends, Destiny is not a gaming streamer unless you're interested in watching somebody play a slow factory building game for 6 months. Destiny is a guy who talks to and debates a wide variety of people on a wide variety of topics.
Take off your shirt, Destiny. Your physique is inferior to mine, therefore your argument is moot. Destiny, you're a stupid fat.
In 2016, when a reality TV star decided to run for president,
I'm going to be making a major speech banning both witches and Sasquatches from entering the United States.
Destiny again decided to become something that was not yet a thing. A political live streamer. The largest political live streamer, small-headed millionaire socialist Hassan Piker, claims that he was the first live streamer to mix gaming with politics, and that he paved it on my own. This is just obviously not true. Hassan didn't even start streaming until 2018.
Paved it on my own.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
Politically, Destiny grew up as a libertarian Republican, but is now moderate left, which means that he is right about most things. But how do I know that Destiny is right about anything? I used to listen to anti-feminist YouTubers who called themselves skeptics. And not even just the reasonable ones. I was vibing with takes from No Bullshit and the Pondering Llama before YouTube patched out the alt-right pipeline. Eventually, I discovered Hasanabi. He had arguments to refute the Titans Ben Shapiro and Jordan Peterson, and he was entertaining.
The freer the country, the fewer women.
The whole way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes.
Before I knew it, I was on the YouTube far left pipeline, watching Some More News, Second Thought, and Vosh.
Why are you wearing gloves? Why do people wear gloves? What? It is an article of clothing. Why do you wear clothes? Obviously, because there's no social stigma against exposing one's bare hands, it's obvious that my hands are cold. It seemed like capitalism was evil, and even getting a higher minimum wage and socialized healthcare and education might not be good enough, because workers would still be getting exploited by not receiving 100% of the value they produce. But I still wasn't confident. I thought about when I worked at Moe's Southwest Grill and how I wouldn't want to become a partial owner. I thought about some of the terrible employees that would theoretically be given a vote in how the company was run.
Who cares about the customer? I do. Well, I don't.
I wondered why people would work shit jobs that need to get done if everybody worked whatever job they want. I also wasn't even sure which of these things would be the case under socialism.
Socialism is when the government does stuff.
I was too lazy to read the Communist Manifesto or anything like that, so I watched some socialism versus capitalism debates in hopes that the capitalist side would ask some of these questions and I could get a fuller understanding of socialism. I specifically remember this one between Richard Wolff and Gene Epstein. It was an Oxford-style debate, so each side got to do long, slow yap sessions, and by the end of each of them talking, I felt like they laid out a pretty convincing worldview, but I did not feel any closer to knowing which team I should be on.
Many months later.
I don't remember where, there, but I had heard online about the concept of a debate bro, and Destiny was the name that I heard given as an example. I was curious, so I decided to look him up.
Are you trying to have sex with your child?
Yeah, all the time, dude.
Plenty of people have had healthy incestuous relationship.
I found the video very entertaining, and I think Destiny makes a good case that there could be some rare exceptional cases where there's zero chance of reproduction, there's no power dynamic, they weren't raised together, they don't have a familial relationship, etc., and therefore two relatives having sex would be morally neutral. That is, it would be gross and weird, but there would be no reason to force them to stop. Destiny uses a cheeseburger in his argument, but I will be using a different food metaphor. This is a pizza, and before you ask for a slice, it represents incest.
How are you stuck in the dryer?
And cheese represents being morally wrong. The question is, does pizza have cheese on it? Of course it does. But technically, there are some pizzas that don't have cheese on them. What I'm getting at is, nobody would say that they are neutral in regards to whether or not pizza has cheese. It almost always has cheese. Destiny claims that he argued this position to show how people don't critically engage with many of their beliefs. But framing your stance as incest is morally neutral is obviously meant to be offensive and get a rise out of people, which is a common theme with Destiny we will get back to.
Do you think 9/11 was done by Bush or Jewish people?
I'm gonna hang up now.
But first, I looked up to see if Destiny had any capitalism versus socialism debates, and he did. He actually asked a lot of the questions that I was wondering about, and they did not tend to have good answers.
Under your system of worker cooperatives, would I still get my PlayStation 5?
Absolutely. You'd have to struggle a little bit for it. You'd have to talk to your fellow workers. You'd have to talk about the distribution of income. It would have to be a democratic decision.
So, through listening to these debates, I have landed on the position of social democrat. But how could I come to a position by listening to debates?
Debates are just purely for entertainment.
Often, a debate is won on charisma.
I don't disagree.
More than it is on the content.
Fair enough. It's not activism. It's not, doing something meaningful. It's not even like genuinely learning about an issue.
I think online debate is silly. It doesn't reflect anything beyond your ability to be a good debater. It's like putting two scorpions in a bottle and shaking it up. And I was tweeting with Destiny, and I was saying, you're doing these debates all the time. Does anything come out of this? And he was like, no, usually not. It's kind of pointless. Like, no one's mind has changed. It just becomes this kind of gladiator sport.
Being a skilled debater doesn't mean that you have good ideas or you are correct. Rationalizing logical fallacies is how you win debates. Because most people are stupid, okay? Most debate watchers are stupid. I'm stupid. Ben's not very intelligent, and neither is Destiny.
There's no point in debates. Debates are just blah, blah, blah. And so the only thing left is group power and kill the opponent.
I completely agree. It would be far more productive to do your own research than listen to a debate. Read books and studies, laws, Supreme Court decisions, look at the evidence used in lawsuits, and uncut footage of news events. The issue is that a lot of people are lazy idiots like me who don't want to do a bunch of research. They're watching TikToks and reading Twitter, or they're watching a talking head, or they get informed by their peers who are doing one of the previous two things. A debate is just two people talking. And if one of those people is more rhetorically gifted than the other, then they can make their ideas seem better even if they're not. The alternative for most of us, though, is just one person talking about what they think, and any other perspectives get filtered through them. The guy on the right is such a grifter. His J's are literally fake. English writing orthodoxy stupidly asserts that claims should be made as strongly as possible.
NATO's entire purpose is to threaten any sort of autonomy that Russia could ever have.
I was right about Ukraine. That's right. War is not imminent. Oh, shock.
Nothing is going to end up happening.
I'll change this every day to Russia still has yet to invade Ukraine. And it's like day 11 at this point.
This as Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee.
At real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
Donald, you're not going to be able to insult your way to the presidency.
Please clap.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs.
dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Donald Trump wins the presidency.
On track for being able to go cross-country from LA to New York by the end of the year, fully autonomous.
Next year, for sure, over 1 million robo-taxis.
Extremely confident of achieving full autonomy next year.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Trump had a 49-state landslide. I think we could see a 49-state landslide, maybe a 50-state landslide. That'd be amazing. Donald Trump's going to win. The Republicans are going to sweep. We all know Joe Biden will lose. Soda! Everything I've told you will be wrong and completely meaningless. So keep that in mind.
One of the best things about Destiny is that he doesn't follow this rule.
Maybe I'll look for a specific write-up of this, but my understanding is a surprise attack probably wouldn't be allowed. Like, I'm speaking to low levels of conviction. This is just my understanding, okay? My understanding, I believe, I've looked at it, but my understanding so far, I'm just kind of waiting more. I want to say that was published in the New England Journal of Medicine. Could be wrong, though. Okay, well, that's not my understanding. But listen, if you find anything opposite of that, feel free to shoot me a link and show me, demonstrate that, yeah. I think that case gets thrown out on standing. I think. That's my understanding, at least. That's hard for me to believe. I could be wrong there. I don't think they'd use a Venmo either. I don't think. I could be wrong, but my understanding, and I could be wrong, I'm just going by my own personal experience as a fellow child support payer. If I sort of know what's true on this, yeah, I don't know. I should look into this. Once I get home, well, I hope it's still somewhat relevant so we can like research it. I can't imagine sitting here and like pretending to give you guys like good analysis. Bro, I don't know what a missile looks like. I don't know what a rocket looks like. I don't know what any of this. I've never seen any of this in my entire life. I don't know all the answers, except for how to your mom in every single style possible. I know all those answers.
Modern day Destiny is very clear about his level of conviction when making a claim. But even with all this hedging, it's still not easy to be a Destiny fan because the vast majority of what he says is not written. He has been freestyling for like 30 hours a week for a decade.
Rat-a-tat-tat, that's a few in the dome. Make your face more fucked up than your broken home. When I fill up your mom with a load or two, then you open the door crying because you thought this dick was for you.
And he is a big fan of shocking, offensive humor.
I do hate women, but I do like sex. Never come at a girl whose family has a lower net worth than your own.
He calls himself a sociopathic psychological abuser.
True.
Openly.
Yes.
He said these things.
Who is Lanny in your chat? Lanny's my girlfriend. Oh, nice. She's a fucking moron.
But even when he's not joking, he is not always the most careful with his phrasing.
I drank a little bit too much, but I'm not like causing trouble, okay? I'm not hitting anybody with it. I don't have any guns on me. What are you saying? All of the worst. What do you think I have that on me?
Like in this clip that got him departnered from Twitch, where it sounds like he believes that BLM protesters should be murdered by a right-wing militia. Let's grade Destiny's speech here. The violent
rioting
that destroys innocent people's property
needs to fucking stop. And if that means
the innocent property owners
out there
defending their property with force,
then at this point they have my fucking blessing. This holy shit. This fucking shit needs to stop.
Maybe even worse than that clip of what he's actually said is all the things that are said about him by the hundreds of thousands of people who hate him.
Mr. Botticelli, all you know is reading Wikipedia.
My boy was reading Wikipedia pages live on stream while taking Adderall or whatever the fuck.
That's another Wikipedia comment.
This is like Destiny just reading about Israel-Palestine on Wikipedia and then hopping in.
Make the discussion about something else and then talk about Wikipedia articles.
He doesn't even read Wikipedia. He skims Wikipedia.
You are in a room with 3 people who have been studying this conflict for decades, and you read Wikipedia.
He's so ridiculous. He does a Wikipedia search and then just starts going after things like he's an expert.
Nope, Destiny does read Wikipedia because Wikipedia is a decent source of basic information, but especially since he got a Vyvanse prescription for his ADHD, Destiny streams are often actually pretty boring because he's reading a bunch of different sources and taking notes.
Do you know you a beta male?
I like to be the most alpha of the beta males.
You're the most submissive fucking cuck I've ever met, dude. What are you talking about? You're not submissive.
Like,
beta.
You can tell with this debate, we have an expert in cuck culture. You let guys come on your girlfriend.
This is why women hate liberal men.
So in what way are you not a cuck?
I'm on permacope mode. I hate my life. She's out fucking guys and I'm like crying at home. She's like sending me videos of like huge black dicks defiling her white Swedish body and I'm just like losing it at home. She's forced me into this open relationship that I super hate.
Do something besides sending people your wife. You're literally on your ass for a living. Get up.
Destiny is a C-tier celebrity millionaire. He obviously does not need to let his wife sleep with other men to have a desirable partner. He He does open relationships because he has a history of cheating and wants to be able to sleep around.
You always want me to go out with your harem. You're like, oh, me and my harem are going to the diner
I've never
tonight.
said that ever.
You never said the word, but you list people in your harem. You just want to be the rooster surrounded by hens. Why do you want me to sit around with all these
I have
women you
never,
have sex with?
ever invited you with another girl with just the three of us to go out. That sounds so awkward.
No, it's 5. You're like, these 3 girls are coming. I've banged all of them. I didn't list any names, but they're all women who you are having sex with or actively pursuing for sex.
No.
And you want me to sit there
You're
eating
just
fries
lying.
while you like get your sucked at the table by all these women.
Melina would complain to Steven that she couldn't easily find guys she wanted to sleep with.
I thought when we did an open relationship means we can whoever we want to. Not I have to wait until Mel finds the perfect 10 out of 10 Giga Chad to roll into her life with zero effort by her, and I'm sitting here with like 20 women I can. And I'm gonna be like, sorry, hold on. My 10 out of 10, 23-year-old Swedish bombshell wife has nobody that wants to her right now.
There are dozens, if not hundreds, of significant Destiny controversies that could drag this video to twice the length. So if this video does well, I'll make another one going over all of them. Finally, for the ranking. Destiny is smart, funny, and well-spoken, and he generally only speaks on topics that he's at least somewhat well-informed on. He is an incredible debater, helping combat red pillars, Trump supporters, neo-Nazis, communists, people who don't think voting matters, and much more. He may not always be right, but I am confident that he attempts to base his opinions on the evidence presented to him, as opposed to any social or financial incentives. Although I would not consider him a high-quality news source, I think watching him will leave you more well-informed on both sides of topics he discusses than any single one of his popular peers, since he is willing to talk to just about anyone who disagrees with him on just about anything. I also think he's unmatched in his level of real-world political work, mobilizing his audience for canvassing in swing states. With all that being said, despite his cold, sociopathic demeanor, incredible level of controversy, and the fact that he has a woman's name, I give Destiny a 9 out of 10. Please check out my other videos like Jewish Dracula Flow, my comedic video essay about musicians with disabilities, and basically every Destiny video, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget that notification bell so my videos show up right in your feed.